Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. So it happened. We got our socks blown off at they court
Hey, come here. Hey,
on national TV. Awful, awful performance by everybody involved. Um, a hell of a way to go out in the season. If you are going to end your season, you at least want to leave some dignity out there, something, you know, to say I came to work today and I punched the clock. It was just god awful,
where you at?
god awful.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jamar, you could blame Embiid, you can blame Harden, you could blame Maxey, you could blame Melton, you could blame Tobias. It's the whole organization. This was an organizational loss right here. This was a whole organizational loss. It was embarrassing to get blown out game 7 on national TV. Just embarrassing. What a hell of a way to end the season, man. Um, my guess there'll be a few changes going on the next year, as we talked about. You know, we did not want to end our basketball watching today at all. So I'm done. BG, I know you're
What?
pissed. I know you irked, but the people are here. They want to hear from
Where
you.
you were at? That's why I went that way.
What's on your mind?
This is the most unacceptable loss I've ever witnessed in my life, in my whole life.
In any sport, right?
At most, this is the most unacceptable loss I've ever experienced in my life. And B, you stunk today.
Big
James
time.
James Harden, you saw Embiid stink and said, "I bet you I could do better at that." You stunk tonight. Doc Rivers, it's daytime. I'm not gonna curse. Doc
No,
Rivers, you was terrible. Like I've
I'll say
never
it.
seen a guy go off so crazy and you refused it. You wait till he got 40 to start throwing a partial double at it.
I'm in my head like they're daring us to double him. They're daring you to double him. It was the point where they're like, we're gonna go to him every time. Since they don't want to put no pressure on him, we're gonna go to him every time and see what they do with it. He made no adjustments. No adjustments.
This was the worst coach game I've ever seen. Like I couldn't believe the lack of coaching he was doing. I couldn't believe it. The lack of coaching was just disgusting.
Um, huh, man.
I mean, the
Well,
players didn't play for shit. So
no, they didn't.
let's be clear. I'm not putting this all on Doc, but on the
Right
defensive
there.
end, to not change the look on Tatum at all is dumb. This
Yeah,
point blank, it was dumb.
yeah. The game plan was to somehow get Embiid on Tatum every time with switches and things like that. Doc had nothing for that. Nothing for that. And a simple hard double. I would have absolutely dared somebody else to beat us. I would have not let Tatum
You
beat
blown
us
today.
shooting the way he was shooting. It was a god awful performance, man. God
Bruh,
awful.
you know what I like to see once in my life? I
What?
like to see 7-foot center catch the ball anywhere but the 3-point line. Every time he touched the ball, you on a fucking 3-point line. He's 7 feet tall and got Marcus Smart guarding him.
I said the key to the game. One of my keys to the game is for him to dominate the post. It's like they seen our keys and like forget what they talking about, y'all. We're gonna do the total opposite of what they talking about. You know. So it was just god awful performance, man. Um, a lot of things to ponder and think about for next season. As far as the coach, as far as what direction we're going to go. In the future, there's talks of Hart and wanting to go to Houston. At this point, we'll see. You
Bob,
know, yeah, I called my cousin. I called MJ at halftime, and I said, if Bull want to go to Houston, he can slide. Because
I'd
if
rather
this how you
I'd rather go through a tough year of having not being able to sign another max guy than have him on this team now.
if you're going to show up like this to the biggest game and you know uh, to process history, if if you're going to show up like this, we was better off start Maxey and let Maxey run point. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, George Niang.
He could go too.
I wish they would have kicked you out the fucking game. I wish they would have kicked you out the fucking game for doing that dumb shit on the bench.
That started an implosion of dumb shit. That started it. You on the bench and you grab someone's leg from off the bench while we're trying to run, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Like, man. Jose, talk to us. We haven't heard from you. I know you got a lot on your mind. You're trying to process it right now. No pun intended.
I want to see 3 people gone in this offseason.
Who's these 3 people?
Doc, Toby, and Harden.
I hear you.
And to be honest with you, brutally honest with you, next season starting and Embiid ain't here, I won't be surprised.
Wow.
He quit. To me, his body language showed he quit today.
He absolutely. I seen it from the rip, though. From the rip, I seen it.
At no point did he look engaged. At no point. He looked like he quit today.
What the hell was that about? You cannot blame it on the injury. The effort. You cannot blame it on the injury. It was just, okay, once we lost that game 6, it was kind of like everybody tapped out. Out.
Like, listen. All jokes aside, I know he won the MVP, but the vibes that I was getting from the big fella this postseason was carry me through this, because I didn't see, like, the person who won the MVP. I ain't see him this postseason.
I ain't see him at all either, and we got to call it spade to spade. Like, he might be physically the most dominant big man we probably ever seen, but mentally he ain't no dog. Mentally he ain't no killer. He not at all. He not a killer, and that's what he lacked, the killer instinct.
You hit it on the nose.
Like, look, Sabri hitting it on the nose.
Hit it on the nose.
You call on somebody brought to this team because your voice don't mean shit. I'm sorry. So you call somebody like PJ Tucker to be brought to this team so that he could take the load on the vocal part inside the locker room. Dog mentality and all that. That dog mentality is supposed to be the MVP supposed to have that. Not you don't bring in a guy who don't score jack shit all season to be that voice in the locker room.
I saw in Tatum last game and this game what we want in our MVP. So that's somebody, okay, my first 4 or 5 shots might not be going down, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to come up when it's time to come up. I'm going to ball when it's time to ball. Like Sabri said, that dog mentality. He ain't got it.
Have we ever seen a star player have a worse game 7? Ever?
I can't remember.
Ever.
I can't remember.
Forget this game 7. Because right now, game 6 hurting. Game 6 is hurting right now. Game 6 is hurting right now.
Yeah, game 6 definitely hurting. I gotta say this too. Knowing what you knew from game 6 and knowing what happened, I agree with Jose. But to come out this flat game 7 and to come out this terrible and not say, you know what, I'm the star of this team. I'm the MVP of this team. Game 7 is where stars are born. Timmy hit it right on the nose too. Harden actually, bad as Harden played this series, Harden stole his 2 games. So game 7, where legends are born, stars are born, you've seen one superstar make their mark in history and the other superstar just completely wilts her under the spotlight. You just 3-3. it was on you to come out, set the tone, and do what you got to do, and establish some dominance. You didn't, and I'm looking at things a little bit different now. I used to be the biggest Embiid defender in the world, and it's like I'm looking at things totally different. Is he don't got that killer instinct? Like he don't got that.
Yo. Hold on, time out, bro. Yo. I know you're not comparing anybody on this team to Kobe Bryant, bro.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
We can't do
Don't
that.
do it.
Because
Don't do
one thing about
Hell no.
players of that mode, when one thing's not going, they're doing other things. They're doing other things. What you saw from our MVP today, it was a total meltdown. Offense, defense, he wasn't speaking up. You didn't see nobody go crazy in the huddle, not a chair thrown. There was no emotion to say we give a F about the day. You know what I mean?
Carl, as much as we hate Al Horford, Carl, in this city, one thing about Al Horford is a damn leader. I don't know if Al Horford didn't get it. Now I'm starting to feel like Al Horford didn't get his fair shake over here because Al Horford, when Al Horford was hitting chairs, he was snapping at them dudes when
Last
them dudes
game, right?
last game when them dudes couldn't get it together, and we just don't got Embiid. I really feel like Embiid is probably one of the most selfish players all in basketball because I noticed the little trends of him throwing his team under the bus and then come back out there, hands on his hip, looking dejected. Like I can't defend that no more. I'm sorry, I can't defend that.
The pouting. You saw it. You saw it again. The pouting.
Yeah. You definitely saw it. There's a reason why, I'm gonna touch back on that Joel Embiid wanted a Jimmy Butler in here. He wanted a PJ Tucker in here. They will do and say things that he just won't do, and I think this offseason, the Sixers are going to have to.
That's not a leader.
No, exactly. The Sixers are going to have to scurry free agency or scurry, whatever the case, the trade market to find somebody who will co-lead this team and do the things that Joel won't do. That's the only way I see this team getting over this hump. He cannot put people on his back and carry them with him. He just hasn't shown that. I'm talking about mentally, not just physically. You cannot do that. You need somebody here that's willing and able to do that, like a Jimmy Butler. So,
and Tyrese saying Maxey not ready for that. He's not ready for that responsibility yet, and
nor should he be.
It'll be unfair he'll be 23 next year. It'll be unfair to ask your 23-year-old point guard to step up and do something that your reigning MVP is with. But the only thing I see logically moving forward is the Sixers are in salary cap hell. So it's like people saying blow it up, but it's like, all right, you blow it up. I don't think.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I don't think this team has to get blown up. I think people just going to go their own way.
Right. I'll start off with Harden. He has a player option next year. Let's just say he goes to Houston. That offloads a max contract off of us.
Not completely. It offloads that max contract, but we can't offer a max. We already over the salary cap. We could go over the salary cap and re-sign him because he's our player.
We got bird rights, right?
Because he's leaving. If he was to leave, we don't got that money. Got to be saved. But the little bit of money we got is gonna go to Maxey. So the best case scenario with Harden, in my personal opinion, is a sign and trade. But we can't be sign and trade with a team like Houston because they ain't got no pieces that I want unless it's
not me neither.
They're not giving up none of them young guns. They gonna want to give up trash. So the best case scenario would be a sign and trade with Harden.
I mean, if it is a sign and trade to a Houston, I maybe try to squeeze a shooter out of them, possibly, and use some money in free agency to get somebody else in here as well. I'm definitely fine with Tyrese Maxey running the team next year at point guard. I'm definitely fine with that.
It was just such a liability because he's so small, and then the person who's the point guard can't defend for shit.
Exactly.
So basically, our backcourt was a liability. Like if Tyrese Maxey is able to guard point guard, is a different story. If it's him and a bigger two that's going to defend, then we can hide Tyrese Maxey on defense.
Right.
But we can't hide him on defense because it's him and Harden out there and I can't guard nobody.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a fact. And I think with the whole Tyrese Maxey situation, like you gotta try to see what you could squeeze out of Harden in a Harden signing trade because the Sixers salary cap situation don't get better till 2026, where at the most the Sixers have 39 million to play with. Because the following year, Tobias is a free agent, Tyrese is a restricted free agent. So it's like you gotta just see what you could squeeze out because Tyrese Maxey unless Tyrese Maxey can I don't know because Tyrese Maxey on defense they were going at Tyrese Maxey and remind you some of those were push-offs, but Tyrese it wouldn't be fair to Tyrese Maxey to go run in the end every night, then got to sit and defend probably the best position on the court. So it's like, yo, Harden signing trade to Houston that'll be likely, but we kind of stuck. You can't really blow this team up right now because like you stuck. You in a situation that you got to bring back Tobias next season for one more season. Harden is going to walk. Most likely, Melton is going to get to the starting lineup at the two guard with Maxey, and you still going to bring back PJ Tucker. You don't got a lot of wiggle room.
Correct.
You got a mid-level section, but who's going to sign with the Sixers for the mid-level section out there? A veteran that you actually need out there on the market. So the Sixers, the process ain't over. Yeah, the process ain't over yet. So
Correct.
so the process, you got one more year, and then the following year you'll start blowing this team up because what you going Embiid in Miami, you talking about trading Embiid to Miami. Miami not giving up Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and like no, Miami ain't breaking that core up, and they go to the Eastern Conference Finals almost damn near every year. And you think Miami gonna bring that core up just for Embiid?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Tobias' contract is expiring next year, correct?
Yeah, 2024. Yes, sir.
Right. So that would be an attractive contract for a team to possibly take on because he'll be off the books that following year. So I actually think trying to move Tobias would be, a smart move.
Can we start before we talk about all these players? Can we just all go around the circle and say, please, God, don't let Doc Rivers be our coach next year?
Please, God.
I'm sorry. Not next year. I'm sorry, not next year. Next week.
Please, God.
Next week.
I'm agreeing. Please, God. I'm saying, please, God.
We need to be on the phone with the Phoenix Suns former coach right now. Like right now.
Wait. There's more options.
He used to be a Sixer. And we could get Nick
Nurse.
Yeah,
there's more options.
There are.
The Bucks just fired their coach.
Absolutely, him too. Both coaches have championship pedigree. Something that we thought we was getting with Doc, but I've come to realization. And Sabri, I'm glad you're here on this show because I'm going to admit it in front of everybody. I come to the realization that that Boston Celtics team won him that chip. His coaching did not win him that chip. The players did, and he's relying on that for his success. At some point, bro, you got to move the pieces, bro. You got to move the pieces around, bro.
I don't know how many times I had to say that ring he got is rusty as hell. That excuse expired a long time ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
he's a terrible coach, man. He's terrible.
Under pressure, he frying like an egg, man. He just sizzling over there. Just couldn't do nothing. He was just couldn't do nothing.
And remind you,
coach out-coach you on national TV, bro.
You know who started that Warriors dynasty, right? Inadvertently.
I think he's gonna sign with Milwaukee. To be honest with you, though, Sabri.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go to Milwaukee. I got a weird feeling Mark Jackson gonna sign with Milwaukee, yo.
I don't know. I do think there are a lot of coaches drooling at the mouth at the opportunity to coach the MVP, Joel Embiid, the best big man in the league. I mean, listen. We lost.
No, Carl, no. I'm not gonna let you do that.
Would you want to coach that person you just seen today?
Not the person I just seen today.
Would you want to coach the person you've been seeing all year?
Some
take away the point.
Absolutely.
Carl,
absolutely, BJ.
Take away the points. take away his talent and just everything else out of your star player, his body language, the way he acts when things aren't going his way, his pouting, his decision making, his mental. You would want to coach that?
Maybe the right type of
don't get me wrong. He's the MVP. He was the best player in the NBA this year.
Maybe the right type of coach is what he needs for him, bro.
How many coaches, Carl?
You know, I mean, Brett Brown, soft. Doc, soft. You know, these guys are let their star players dictate their offense and what they're going to do. You need a strong-willed coach in here that's going to tell players this is how it's going to go. Point blank. Point blank. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. You can't get no soft coach in here. They'll run all over him. They'll run all over him.
I don't feel like they ran over Doc Rivers. I just think Doc Rivers just wasn't coaching us. He was just there. He was the dude on the sideline, bent over, standing the whole time.
This is what I'm saying, Bird. This is what I'm saying. You need a coach with a proven successful system and a track record that's going to come in here. Yo, we running this system. This is the way we're going to do things. If you don't like it, he needs to okay with the GM to move some pieces around if necessary, because that's where we're at with things. You know.
But a coach can't fix that, Carl. Checking out of the game mentally. A coach, you gotta have that in you.
That's what I'm saying, Carl.
You gotta have that in you. So like you gotta.
One thing I won't blame on Doc, the way Embiid approaches the game. That's the one thing I'm not blaming on Doc, bro. I can't blame that. That's
hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Allen Iverson was not a winner. He did not approach the game the right way until Larry Brown came to town, and he changed his life. Certain coaches,
you can't compare
will do
that, bro.
I'm going MVP for MVP. You
can't compare that though.
Every player got different mindsets though. Carl, you know that.
Listen, you can't.
So what are we trading Joel Embiid panel? Are we trading Joel Embiid?
I never said trade Joel Embiid.
So what are we saying here?
I'm not saying that. I simply was addressing the fact that you said I guarantee is a bunch of people drooling at the mouth to come coach the MVP. I wouldn't want to coach him.
I wouldn't
want to coach him.
I think there's quite a few coaches that would like the opportunity to see if they can have a shot at making Joel Embiid a winner.
Carl,
in my opinion.
We seen Joel Embiid play some of his best basketball with Doc Rivers as a coach, and Doc Rivers is supposed to be an all-time great coach. So what coach can come in here and say, Embiid, you don't check out of the game mentally? Yo, you named Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, it's just something you got to have in your heart.
No, it's not Embiid, don't check out of the game mentally. A coach like he's not going to come here, so I'm just saying the personality. A coach like Chaney, you know, if he sees certain signs of you doing certain stuff, yo, bro, come sit here on the bench. Come sit here on the bench. Come holler at me real quick. Get in this grill. I have not seen a coach get in Embiid's grill since he's been here.
And with Embiid's personality, do you think that would be a good thing for the Sixers?
If he doesn't take to that, then he needs to probably go.
And you just got to face facts that Embiid, the way Embiid is, you need to get not a Harden. Embiid is a number 2 at the least. And Embiid is a number 2, a secondary option. You need to get somebody that can actually killer that can actually score.
Wild.
That can actually score the ball.
No, Embiid don't sound wild.
Embiid is not a number 1.
It don't sound wild. We already seen year after year what Embiid being the number 1 is. It don't already here.
15-8. 15-8 as a number 1 in Game 7. You the MVP and the superstar.
Round with Embiid being the 1. Can't even get out the second round.
What player are you going to get to come in here and be number 1 to Embiid? Dame. Okay. I like. Listen. Not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with that. If they could somehow pull that off, I'm on the Dame train. I've been on the Dame train for a while, but we'll see. I wouldn't want to be Morey this offseason. He got a lot of tough decisions to make.
Listen, Harden come in here, 75th, right? They gave him the 75th. He's part of 75th. Arguably, he's going to be Hall of Famer. He come in here, he had to change his game completely because of Embiid. Mm-hmm. He had to go from a scorer to a passer because Embiid demands the ball first. So I'm going to tell you something. If Embiid don't adjust his game style, his mindset, all we going to get is second rounds out of this team.
This is funny. This is funny. I know this is a shot at our MVP, but that shit funny. I had to put that shit on the screen.
The most
Deuce brother.
It is funny. You just see it. That's why I love him. I've been the biggest Embiid defender as it is, but that MVP chase, it was a mess.
It makes it look like that's been his goal all
his
along.
end all be all right there.
Yeah.
That was his.
I was saying it.
I hope he looks at that trophy all off season and says, "Damn, I got this," but I just let down an entire city. If Embiid would have went out there and had 35 and 15 tonight and gave everything he had, and we lost, we wouldn't be having these kind of conversations. It was the fact that I watched this man look like he gave up.
I'm gonna go back into the archives because I made posts about this whole MVP shit, and everybody's like, "Oh, so what you trying to say? That's all he cared about?" And look where we at now. Look where we at now.
And see, superstars.
Once main man got the trophy, the white flag got thrown.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's going to be funny with this James Harden situation because our GM pulled strings and moved mountains to get him here. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. This is going to be a hot summer in Philly.
It's going to be a hot summer in Philly. But you got limited wiggle room, though. Like I said before, unless he pulled off something magical, only person you might not see next year on this team is Harden. Other than that, the same team going to be back next year. Unless something with minus Doc Rivers, excuse me. Because I better not see Doc Rivers should be getting his termination letter right there as soon as he went back into the locker room, minus Doc Rivers. But you going to see the same team back next year because the Sixers have no wiggle room, like until 2024 at the least. And we just got to look at that and face facts that, you got to try to get a coach in here and go all in 2024. You might have Melton in at the 2 guard, and you might have Melton starting at the 2.
I disagree. I don't even see like literally real talk. If a major move don't get made in the next 2 months that can convince this man to say, I want to stay here, I don't even see Embiid want to be here.
It's going to be a hot summer, baby. It's going to be a hot summer.
Well, and Jose, I'm going to counter that. If he don't want to be here, if he want to force his way to one of these destinations like Miami, I don't see Miami breaking a whole team up, giving up Hero, giving up Bam Adebayo. I don't see Miami breaking a whole team here. Miami,
you know how many other teams in the NBA right now won't mind taking the beat.
Yeah, you break up cohesion for MVP though, Sabri. Just like they broke up Phoenix, amazing cohesion for MVP. You break up cohesion for an MVP.
They paid for that.
You got once in a lifetime talent, and they paid for it. Yes, they did pay for it.
Yeah,
but they'll be back next year.
Right now, listen. This man just solidified. This man winning the MVP. This man just solidified his spot on just about any team in the NBA.
Yep, including this team though.
The 2 superstar era of basketball is been dead. It's really dying a slow and painful death because Phoenix start by stacking. Matter of fact, 3 superstars if you include Chris Paul.
He's not it no more. He's a glorified role player.
Carry on. Nah, I'm trying to get
today. Chris Paul not superstar. Overall, yes. All time, yes. Today, Chris Paul's not superstar.
I could see that.
Listen, if Embiid take a pay cut, it's not going to be that bad of a pay cut. And the sacrifice of a pay cut to win a championship, I'm sure he'll take it. Because look how much he sweated to get an MVP. So if he has to take a pay cut to get the ring, the ultimate goal, I'm sure he's going to take it.
Listen, and I'll tell you this. I have to disagree with you, Sabri. I think you definitely, absolutely need 2 superstars on a team. But you need role players, skilled role players around these guys to make it work as well. That's what Phoenix was lacking. They gave up too much in that trade where they didn't have the role players to properly support Booker and Durant. You need
Miami proving it. Now Miami proving it. Like you don't need 2 superstars to be successful.
But with in Miami's case, let's not act like they wasn't the 8th seed. They just got hot when it mattered. They was the 8th seed, Sabri. Like, they didn't have a good season. Jimmy got hot when it mattered and started knocking teams off by itself. I agree with you.
I'm not debating that.
But I think every other team in the NBA has every team that's relevant has 2 stars. They have 2 stars.
That's a fair point. Let me say this real fast. But you still got to look at the fact that Miami still got some cohesiveness to them. Like, they, as a team,
coaching.
Coaching is a big reason.
Listen, you got to take the Brooklyn Nets, for example. All right, because a year ago they had a super team, literally a super team. They got just role players over there now. Stop.
Yeah.
They got role players over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this man say I want to go to a team that wants to win the championship more than Philadelphia, he on the first thing smoking. Miss me with that.
I'll tell you one thing, and I want to speak to everybody out there. From the bottom of my heart, so all 82 of y'all, we appreciate the time that you've taken this season to chime in with us on pregame and postgame, taking time out of your day. This is not the last you've seen of us, even though the Sixers kicked the bucket. We will have off-season shows. We will have specials.
Report card show coming up soon.
Absolutely. Report card show. We will have different shows. So, please continue to tune into our page, and you'll get the announcement on our shows, our upcoming shows coming up. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. That's from the bottom of our hearts, man.
Yeah, for real. I know this season, and to say to the fans, like, this season is a hell of a disappointment. But, like, we some of the most passionate fans in the world, and it's like, I know y'all let down. Continue to be that passionate about what y'all about this team, because, like, at any given day, like, things can change. Like, I'm gonna use an example. The Phillies, like, we never thought the Phillies was a wild card team. We never thought the Phillies was just going to come out of nowhere and just make it to the next level and make it to the World Series, and they did. So Philadelphia continued to be.
Listen, they turning their season around already. They started off slow. They got Bryce Harper back. They're already at 500. Come on now.
We above 5. We a game over 5.
Compare that.
Shit. Continue to stay passionate. Don't be continue to rock Philly. Philly, we prideful out here, man. We continue to be prideful. It's like Sam Cooke said, it's a long time coming, but we know change gonna come. Just got to keep on believing. Never give up on this squad. Never ever give up. I know it's hard. I know Boston just came in there. Now we know it as the Mother's Day Massacre. Yeah, but we here. We Philly fans.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. This second round shit's so annoying, dog. I feel like I'd rather not make the playoffs than every damn year we caught in the same week of the year. Like, it's always right around Mother's Day. Bye.
Yeah, no, bye is right. I feel you, BG. I'm getting to I can't watch the rest of these playoffs. Like, I refuse. I'm not watching the rest of the playoffs. Like to know that we should have been there at the game 6.
We shouldn't be playing today. That's my whole point. We should not have even be playing today.
I can't do it. I'm cool. I'm cool. I can't watch the playoffs. In good faith, I'll watch the Phillies. I'll watch the Phillies, man. I can't do it. We should not have been playing today.
No, we was looking for excuses. We were looking for conspiracy theories about the refs doing some dumb shit in Game 6. We should not even be in Game 7. I don't care. This man did not touch the ball the last 4 minutes of the game. Everybody was just jacking shots. There's a whole thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can say before you can even sit there and blame the refs and some stupid ass conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? People were just jacking shots, man. Go look at the highlights.
They know the damn all the ref blamers. Ain't no ref made Embiid said, you know what? Let me disappear in the biggest game in my career. Ain't no refs made nobody do that. Ain't no refs made James Harden forget how to play basketball.
Well, Embiid can't pass the ball to himself, so please stop.
Yeah, get refs came in. Like Embiid disappeared. Yeah, it's not about him.
Embiid can't pass the ball to himself.
Harden, that's why I said Harden too. Harden, both of them disappeared.
Everybody else but Embiid, and everybody just was jacking shots. Embiid cannot pass the ball to himself unless he catches the ball off an inbound and then runs down the court. He can't do that. So I can't sit here and say he disappeared game 6. All I seen was I saw DeAnthony Melton, I saw Maxey, I saw a lot of other people just throwing up shots, some crazy shots in game 6.
I know I didn't say game 6. I'm talking about game 7.
I'm talking about game 6 because we shouldn't even be here. We shouldn't even be here.
Game 6, he should have had the ball the last 5 minutes of the game. We should. That's no debate at all. We shouldn't even be here.
No, he shouldn't have. Get your big ass on the block and maybe somebody will throw you the ball.
You seen that shit, BJ? You seen that shit game 7?
Go play with the Warriors. Go play with the Warriors. If that's what you want to do your whole career, then go play with the Warriors. You 7 feet tall and they got Marcus Smart guarding you sometimes. Marcus Smart, do y'all understand the height difference and the weight difference between Marcus Smart and Joel Embiid? And even on screens, it's a pick and pop. When do he roll to the basket like Paul Reed on pick and roll? Never. It's always a pick and pop. He lives at the 3-point line in the free throw. I get it. You can shoot. I understand that his midi is crazy. His shot from the free throw line almost is guaranteed. But dog, you gotta still go back to what you are. You're a big 7-foot monster playing against a team with no big.
Listen, y'all lucky. I don't know what games you was watching. I'm sorry. Leo, you wildin'.
Leo, you forgot we was winning that entire game. We was up as much as 16. Y'all came back. So at the end of the day, y'all was lucky to be in that game. The game when Marcus Smart 3 didn't count. Y'all won the series. Hats off to y'all. But don't go back to stuff and be wrong. We was winning the entire game.
If you're gonna talk facts, seriously.
Yeah, I take my hat off to y'all. Y'all won. Congratulations. But you're not gonna talk crazy. We was winning that entire game when Marcus Smart shot didn't count. The entire game. So technically, y'all was lucky to even be close enough to have a final shot. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Man, act like y'all been there before, bruh. We were supposed to get swept this series. And this series went to 7, and we supposed to have beat y'all, man. And so we gotta call a spade.
Y'all let a washed up players whoop on y'all for 2 games. And y'all was supposed to be a better team going into this series. So let's not talk luck.
Let's not talk luck. Yeah, like BG said, y'all won this series. Cool. Salute to y'all, but don't say in 5, that, because y'all didn't. Because we was killing y'all that game. So cool. And to go back to what BG was saying too, he think he the point guard. He think he a 7-2 point guard. Dribble. He thinks I don't know how many times I've seen him get in a block this game. When he get deep position, there's not nobody that can stop him. And that's the most mind-boggling thing. When he gets deep in that post, it's nobody that can stop him. It's nobody physically that can stop him. And it's yo, all right, cool. You want to be a point guard? Go ahead, be a point guard.
God, you know the one play that you ever had in high school, you had that one player in your team that just did knucklehead, bonehead ass plays. Dog, when Embiid crossed over half court and then threw it back court to James Harden, I'm like, dog, do you what you doing, dog? What are you doing? Y'all know that backcourt call they called on Harden when Embiid crossed half court and then threw it backwards. Harden then established something. Bro, what are you doing, dog? Then Harden throwing the ball to dudes in the stands. We got some dumbass stars on our team, dog. These are the star players making dumbass high school JV turnovers. Come on, bro. It's crazy, dog.
That's their checking out. That's their checking out shit, man. That's checking out. Stop and giving a fuck. Yeah, made your $33 million this year for Harden and be making his money. That's that I don't give a fuck attitude, man. Excuse my language, but it's like, and then
looked like they didn't quit, dog. PJ, that first half from PJ, dog. PJ, you couldn't tell me he wasn't trying to win that game in the first half.
And it goes exactly to my point. When they was running the big lineup, I said they didn't do enough of that shit game 6. They didn't do enough of that shit front swing and find an open shooter. Because PJ was actually knocking that shit down. And they actually, when they ran the all big lineup, they were trapping Embiid, and they had the perimeter closing out on Embiid every fucking time to the point that the shooters was open. And like, but it wasn't enough ball movement.
My man said Embiid looked like Nerlens all today. Embiid looked like Robin Lopez today.
Hold on. Who said Nerlens the well? That's fucked up.
Hey, Freddie.
That's fucked up.
Joker in the Western Conference Finals this year. But like, stop talking like he ever did anything else. Like he's like when else has he been there? What do you mean don't ever compare Embiid to Joker again? Like, what makes him a fraud? Like, you do realize that Joker has folded in these moments as well. Like, Joker ain't won shit.
BJ, let me shush on that.
No,
Embiid not a fraud. Embiid not a fraud, but you seen what Joker did as a superstar. Superstar supposed to step the fuck up in big moments. And Nikola,
listen to what
Jokic step the fuck up.
How did I start it off when I just addressed Buddy? I said, hey, Joker's in the Western Conference Finals. I'm giving him, he did it this year. But let's not act like he's done it his whole career.
He hasn't done it.
He's folded in the second round every year as well, just like Embiid. It's just
you can't make that comparison again. You cannot. He's right. Embiid's not a fraud, but Joker's better than him. At the end of the day, Joker's better than him. Wow. You said what, BJ?
Why?
Because Joker's mentally, and when it mattered, Joker has that extra added oomph that to take his team over the top. He hasn't. He did it this year though. I don't give a fuck about what he didn't do in the past, but he did it this year. When it was time for Game 6 against a damn good Phoenix team, Joker went out there and whipped them boys onto a victory, and he had a 50-point performance. One of those fucking games.
They about to get smoked by Phoenix and Lakers.
Damn good Phoenix team.
That Phoenix team wasn't good. They might have been horrible defensively. The Phoenix might have been horrible. Probably had one of the worst nets defensively. But Phoenix is Booker and KD. Booker had one of the hottest fucking postseasons in a long time. A damn good Phoenix team.
You said damn good Phoenix team. You can say a damn good Durant and Booker. Because you can't tell me who their third best was in that series. Name them. I'll wait. Don't call them a good team because two motherfuckers could score 80. Two people can score 80. But let's not forget that 50-point game that he had in Game 6. Even though DeAndre Ayton is trash, DeAndre Ayton didn't play. Chris Paul didn't play damn near the whole series. Like, let's stop that. Like, Phoenix was amazing. It's like that was who thought Phoenix was going to beat Denver? They got two players.
DeAndre Ayton is trash. Or I concede that DeAndre Ayton is trash. I concede that DeAndre Ayton is trash. All right. It was two. It was two. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. DeAndre Ayton is trash.
Put some respect on Shaman, bro.
Who Shaman play for? Shaman out the league?
Yeah, no, play with Phoenix.
He played with Phoenix. He was lighting it up from the three.
Yeah, one game he went crazy. Yeah, he hit like 5 threes in the corner. Like he went crazy one game.
You right though. DeAndre Ayton ass. Yeah, you right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm wrong.
Freddie, did you just say that Joker clamped Gobert? Freddie, you could clamp Gobert. Gobert ain't no offensive threat. What are you talking about? He clamped Gobert. Like,
all right, now they're just talking ridiculous now.
Gobert?
Gobert. They're just talking ridiculous now. No, but I'm right. Joker. It's just something about Joker mentally that mentalness puts him over the edge when Embiid's not a mentally.
And don't get me wrong. I'm just replying to Freddie, but I agree, man. Embiid hasn't shown he could do it. He could do nothing but get us. He can give us a great record in the regular season. He can be in the MVP race consistently, but he hasn't proven that he can will a team to win. I agree with it, man. I agree.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Love Embiid. Love Embiid. And like this postseason right here solidified that Joker and Embiid conversation because when it mattered, It's about what you do in the moment when the spotlight's bright and when the moments are hot, cooking like grease fire. It's about what you do in the moments that make you a superstar.
I said it in pregame. I said superstars set their legacy in game sevens. In the playoffs, game sevens is where you make your legacy as a superstar. And today, Jason Tatum put his name up there with the stars.
Yeah, put Jason Tatum, hell of a player.
Something got to get with this team. This team got to make some major changes, major changes. Because if not, Embiid and Donovan McNabb are going to be fishing together.
They are. And and at this point, man, if you got to move Embiid, I'd rather balance this team out. If you move Embiid, at least get some pieces that's going. If you're going to really move Embiid and build around Maxey, I want this team to be balanced. Like Boston got their 2 stars, but Boston is a balanced team. Like the way, and I'm not going to just blame Embiid, Harden and them. I'm gonna blame. This goes all the way to the front office and the decision making and stuff like that. Because for them to get Brogdon in the all season, for them to get traded and get Derek White in the all season, this team needs to be balanced. Like a 2-man. I'm sorry, Tobias, but we don't got a balanced team. Like we don't got a team that can come in, bench to come in, kill you. Only 1 through 3 can kill you. To be honest, if 1 through 3 ain't on, then we gonna fold, and it's not like that with every other team.
We sorry, man. Take the curse off of Santa, please. We sorry. Please.
That's a good one. That is a good one, man. God, we said God is punishing us for throwing batteries at Santa. That's a good one, man.
Santa curse, dog. Philly got the Santa curse, dog.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. That's the only way I could see Embiid get moved. Because Robert Williams, Robert Williams was clogging that paint, man. We need shooters. Boston surrounded. They put shooters around Tatum and Brown. I kind of hope they don't pay them, yo. I hope one of them don't get paid.
Oh no, Tatum getting paid. I think Jaylen Brown's gonna run it somewhere else because he wants to be the man. He hates getting. He hates the. I don't want to say he doesn't like being a Robin, but I think he knows that he could be a Batman, so he might want to try to be a Batman somewhere else.
Go to OKC, Jaylen Brown.
They're gonna be nasty.
Yeah, go to OKC. Gonna make him. OKC got like $50 million in gas space that can actually pay that man.
All they got is kids on their team. All of them tough, and they got Chet Holmgren just sitting waiting to play next year. Like, let's not forget they picked Chet Holmgren in the draft last year, and he ain't even play.
And Shai Gilgeous was averaged what he averaged 30 this year.
He made first team All NBA over all them guards that we be praising. Shea made first team.
Gilgeous was better than Harden this year.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, it was better than Harden this year. So,
hey, as a matter of fact, I'm so glad you said that, Sabri. It was a show back in the day, me and you was on, and I said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was better than Ben Simmons. And you said, "You crazy, dog? You crazy? Ain't no way, no."
I remember that. You was like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was better than, and I was ready to fight you on this show.
Man, for real, we really argued for a minute about that.
You was. I'm man enough to admit that. Yeah, in the long run, BG was right about that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is better than Ben Simmons stocks. It's not even a comparison. It's BG definitely was he called it from the rip. And speaking of that, you seen that? See, I'm trying to use politically correct language, but you seen him on his Instagram stories. That's all he can do. I don't care how much my team lost by, but for you to post on your Instagram stories you laughing at us, my guy, you're the number 1 overall pick.
Wait, Ben start posting stuff already?
Yeah, Ben posting the game and stuff like that. Posting the game you're literally the worst number 1 overall pick. You're giving Kwame Brown a run for his money. That's being one of the alive, my guy. So I don't know why you posting on us, and our last big memory of you is passing out of that double team because you thought 5'11" Trae Young was going to block your shot and gave the ball to Matisse, and Matisse had one right to you, so don't worry about us. You're about to probably get traded to your third team in 2 years. You're a bum-ass goofy, guy. Don't post on him.
He a goofy, man. I don't even pay him no mind no more.
I had to say that because he posting stories. Yo, the new Call of Duty DLC just came out, yo. And I'm surprised he ain't tapped in playing Call of Duty. Didn't Season 3 Reloaded just drop?
Yeah, but he probably in the pregame lobby. He had time. He had a couple seconds.
He don't want to play it because Kevin Durant is a DLC character.
That Kevin Durant bundle. You don't want to look at that Kevin Durant bundle. He probably said, damn, I play Call of Duty all the time, man. I didn't get a DLC bundle. But yeah, man. Long story short, man, we got a lot of, on a serious note, to say this, we got a lot of there's a lot of soul searching that got to be done this off season. Not in like try to do what you can possibly do within the little bit of wiggle room that you got, man. Because Doc got to go, but that same product like can't return on the floor next year. Like coaching can help, but if you don't got players that's willing to like, and you don't got players that are willing to leave their heart on this like on the line. Regular season is cool, but the playoffs is really, really mad. As Marcus Smart said it. Shout out to Marcus Smart. Hate that dude when he's playing against us. He said if you don't got players that's willing to bleed, break bones, to go after it and go get it, then what are you doing? Like we gotta do some soul searching, man, because I don't think this city gonna survive another rebuild, man. After seeing what this team can do, the city not gonna go through no another rebuild again, especially with the process brought along, the mishaps of the process, not getting Tatum, not getting Tatum passing on superstars we could have had, man. So it's a lot of soul searching that gotta be done because this is the biggest all season in Sixers franchise history, and I'm going on record and saying that because you got to do a lot of soul searching.
We know it's going to be a lot of changes, especially just cutting off the head of the snake. I think it's inevitable that Doc will be gone by Wednesday, if not by the exit date. The exit interviews will probably be tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if Monday evening we get an announcement saying that he's fired. Or it's just not working, man. If you get to, I hate to bring up a team that you don't like, but think about it. Year after year after year after year after year, Andy Reid got us to the NFC Championship game. When you keep getting to the same spot and just can't get over the hump, as much as we loved Andy Reid, we knew it was just time to move on, go in a different direction, and see if we get somebody to get us over the hump. It took some years till we found Doug Peterson to get us over the hump, but you can't keep repeating it. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We definitely have seen the same result year after year with Doc Rivers. It's just time for a change, man. I wish you well, Doc Rivers, but it's just not working over here, Doc.
MC, I'm gonna give MC. I'm gonna give the Eagles a lot of credit. When I say this, the Eagles, when it comes down to the Eagles know how to put the right people in place. Like the way, and that's why we can't let Daryl Morey, Elton Brand skate out of this either. I think like if Josh Hayward really gave a fuck about the team, the change has got to start from top to motherfucking bottom. It's huge because you seen the period where Howie wasn't the GM of the team, and they left decision making up to the other dude. You seen how that turned out, and you seen how that turned out. Got rid of some key players. Got rid of Djax, got rid of McCoy, got rid of like damn near the whole offense. And you seen how the Eagles team suffered. But then as soon as you seen Howie Roseman get back under leadership with the Eagles, you just seen how the pieces moving. And you need somebody that's going to get the pieces moving. Elton Brand can't get the pieces moving. Elton Brand can't get the pieces moving. And then you go back to Morey. What has Morey done to say that Morey knows how to build a winner? What did Morey do to you to say that he knows how to build a winner? Like, Morey has to go. Elton Brand has to go. You got to rebuild this front office. And Doc has to go. You got to somebody that's actually going to put these players in a position to win. Because Morey has not put them in a position to win. It's like turning down. You could have had Tyrese Halliburton and the other dude. And the hindsight of things, that might have been It might not have been a championship right then and there, but it was a better long-term plan. You had Tyrese Halliburton and Maxey along with you. Your team would have been set for the future.
But you say that Morey didn't put them in position to win, but just two days ago we was the odds-on favorite for the championship. When we was up 3-2 against Boston, when you went back and looked, we was the favorite. We've been a top seed in the East for years and years. They have the pieces, they just don't show up at the biggest moments. We have a good team, Sabri. If we didn't have a good team, we wouldn't be in these series. We would have got swept by Boston this year. We wouldn't have been the number 3 team in the NBA, not the number 3 team in the East. We're the number 3 team in the NBA this year. I think he did put us in position to win. He just gotta step up when it matters.
BG, when we went up 3-2, what was everybody was saying regardless, the Celtics are the better team. The Celtics are going to win in the 7.
No, I'm simply saying Vegas switched the odds for the championship. We moved up to number 2, I believe. Denver was still over us. I think we moved to 2. It was when we was up 3-2. It was Denver us.
We definitely know what Vegas all about. But truthfully, nobody didn't think we was going to win this series, which we didn't on paper, BG, and even on the court against the Bostons, against the Milwaukee's, against the Heat. We're like almost, you could say, damn near the 4th best team in the East, the 3rd best at the most, in which we were. And see, the thing about it is, you can't be the 4th best team in the East and expect to beat teams like Miami, Boston, Milwaukee, and see the way the Knicks trajectory look. I hate the Knicks too, but the way their trajectory look after what you've seen from Brunson, and the Knicks might make some noise next year. And the Knicks gonna be a better team. They still getting Barrett back. They still gonna have Mitchell Robinson come back. Bronson is a killer. They still got the Knicks might to mess around and be a 3rd team. So what we gonna take a hit and be the 5th team?
No, we're gonna be right back where we at. We good enough to be. We still gonna be a top 3 team, in my opinion. I don't care what the hell the Knicks think they're gonna do. We gonna be better than the Knicks. But we do need some go-to plays. Like, we don't play anything. We run pick and roll. I'm sorry, not even pick and roll. We run pick and pops all game. All game. That is the Sixers offense. Pick and pop. All right, man. I'm talking to myself now. Jose over here painting. So again, this won't be the last time y'all see us, man. We will be on probably in the next 2 weeks to do a end of season report card show. We'll have plenty. We'll more than likely
answer the door fast. Yeah.
We'll have a draft show. We'll do all that type of stuff. So stay locked in, man. We definitely post ahead of time, probably a couple days ahead of time, to let y'all know when we're going live again for the report card show for the end of the season. Tough loss, but we got to be used to it. 2nd round bandits. That's what the Sixers are. So land it for me, Jose. You frozen? Are you talking?
No, I'm not frozen. Yeah, I'm talking.
Oh.
Another one down. We got to make some changes. All I know is that East Street Sixers is still going to be here, riding strong. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the East Street Sixers podcast. And stay tuned, because there's gonna be some big changes. And if there's big changes, we got a lot of work to do. We're gonna be here with y'all.
And I'm like the team. I'm like, no, I'm only joking. Whenever they need me, I'm here. I didn't mean to say Malcolm Brogdon. My bad. I apologize.
East Street Sixers forever.
Let's go Sixers, man.
Que le diga un amigo. Let's go Sixers.
It goes.
I'm about to go